All right, so one of the first things I do with my Vitamix is add in enough water to cover the blades on the bottom, which is probably around 2 to 3 cups of cold water. And you'll notice I got quite the array of different protein powders that I use. That's the brand you can see there. It's called Naked Nutrition, and they come up with many different kinds. So and I can send you some of those if you'd like. What I'm doing now is putting in the collagen powder. It's the collagen peptides, which is a for like nails and skin and hair. I need as much as help I can get with the lack of hair that I have. So really good for like strong bones and joints and things like that. And now it's time to pick which protein powder. And this is a pea protein that I'm filming now, and so it's a organic, vegan, pea protein, and I usually add, you know, because the size of this smoothie is usually, quite a bit of powder I'll use. So you'll notice the size of these scoops, and I think I put 4 in there today. I think is what I end up doing, which is 2 servings, 2 full servings. Then that's basically no flavor. That pea protein is pretty basic, and so now I think I'm trying to decide exactly what I want to use. And that's a chocolate almond coconut protein powder. And I'm filming with one hand and obviously trying to undo the top there. So I do 1 serving of this because it gives it kind of a nice flavor, in my opinion. So okay, so that's moving out to the kitchen. I have gotten my kale that I bought from the grocery store. So any kind of protein, or I'm sorry, any kind of store that sells fresh produce will have fresh kale. That's what that is that I'm kind of just shoving in there. Just pack it in, and then that's spinach. So I want to pack in some spinach. I think some more for good measure. And a banana for good measure as well. The banana will cut through about anything, and of course I'm trying to peel it with one hand here, so that's kind of ridiculous. Normally I would be a little more proficient with that, but definitely not a monkey, that's for sure. So now it's time for some ice. Make it cold. It looks pretty good. So move that over. Pull out the Vitamix, the blender itself. Pretty simple unit, about probably 8 to 10 years old too. It's pretty old. At this point, because it's so loud, I'm going to put on my hearing protection. And sometimes this is a pain because there's so much powder on bottom. So you got to play around with the settings, and I think here is where I'm going to shove it in a little bit more. And nothing like using the muller I use for my old fashions. Shove down the shove down the spinach and banana and all the ingredients down into the blades. Obviously not pushing too far. And there we go. It'll do its thing now. Looks like I might need a little more water in that, from what I remember. But overall, that's the overall process every morning. There we go. You see it just take and take off. So, but every morning it's some form of this. I wouldn't say every morning. Probably on a good week, it's 3 to 4 days a week. Is This is my lunch. So right now it's about 6:30 a.m., 7 a.m. when I'm putting this together, and so make this. I put it in a cooler. I'm sorry, in a thermos, insulated thermos, and that stays cold. The ice keeps it cold until lunchtime, and then I'll start sipping on this until about 2 or 3 o'clock, and I'll finish it off. Around 2 or 3, 4 o'clock. So I'll finish it off. And there's probably, if I had to guess, without going looking, around 700 to 800 calories in this completely. And it's a full meal replacement. And a typical day will end up being, you know, intermittent fasting has me not eating after 8 p.m. and only drinking like a non-caffeinated tea or water after 8 p.m. at night, and then fasting in the morning when I wake up, just black coffee or espresso in the morning, and then I won't eat this smoothie until after, like I said, between 12, 1, 2, 3 o'clock. And then dinner is a very light dinner, chicken breasts, some green beans, some carrots, some just a light dinner, probably less than 1,000 calories, between probably 700 to 800 calories for dinner. And that's, in a good week, if I can do that 5 to 6 days a week, then that really has me in a caloric deficit. And that deficit allows me to, or has allowed me to keep the weight off and lose the weight. And then I can have a cheat day where I have a normal meal, may have steak or salmon or something like that on other off days, for a bigger meal, larger meal. And even lunch will be, I may eat out for lunch, but I also try to keep the calorie intake less than 1,000 calories, during lunch. Most of the time it's less than 700 calories. So that's pretty much it. That's the smoothie. Some form of that where there's different powders, and if you'd like to try some of those powders, I wouldn't mind bringing you some if you want to taste some before you commit to buying them. But if you do buy it and you don't like it, then obviously I can take them off your hands as well. Um, yeah, and I'll send you some. When I send you the link to this video, I'll put some links to the different things that I have. So the blender is crucial. You can't use just a Walmart cheap blender. You need a strong Vitamix, or that's what I have. I really like it. And then, or something like a Bullet, NutriBullet, or something like that would work as well. So hopefully that was helpful. Love you guys, and hope all is well. Talk to you soon.